Back, everyone, to another Play on Daily Fantasy Sports video. Today is Thursday, January 24th, and I'll be giving out my picks as well as cash locks for Draftkings and Fanduel NBA slates. So quickly, let's recap what happened yesterday. So if you watched yesterday's video, out of the 12 players I had recommended, 3 of them managed to hit their salary, 3 missed their salary, and 6 exceeded their salary. So just a quick recap. Harden, Jaylen Brown, Okafor, and Vucevic were huge hits. They were the highlights of the night. Ended up making a nice cash for me. But Oladipo and Cantor were the 2 lowlights. Hopefully Oladipo's okay. I saw he's out for season. He ended up getting hurt last night in case anyone didn't watch. And hopefully he can recover and be back for next year. And Cantor, in case anyone was wondering, ended up picking up a did not play. The number 1 fantasy player in the world, Utico, in my opinion, he ended up having Cantor last night too, and just a shame that he ended up. His days are numbered in New York City. It's a shame he didn't play from a fantasy perspective, but hopefully the Knicks can trade him because it's obvious that's not a good fit right now. So without further ado, let's get into our guards today on DraftKings. So the first guard that I have highlighted is Damian Lillard. He has a very easy matchup tonight against the Suns. The only threat I see to him not just going nuts tonight would be a blowout, which against the Suns is always a minor threat. But tonight I think I'm willing to take that if that means I can have Dame Lillard on my team. The next big pick tonight is going to be Russell Westbrook. He's facing just a weak New Orleans defense. And Westbrook has had some rumors that, he's not doing what he used to be able to do. He's slowing down. I think he puts those to rest tonight. It should be a high-scoring affair, and I think he has a monster game. And so my final guard pick today is actually a guard/forward pick, and that's Andrew Wiggins. He's just facing a struggling Lakers defense. The projections are all over him. Every website has him as a top play. I think he's just got the size and athleticism to dominate against whoever happens to be guarding him from the Lakers tonight. So now heading into the forwards and centers on DraftKings, Julian Randle is a great play. His salary lowered quite a bit after last game, but he should still see an immense usage rate with Anthony Davis out, and I like a big bounce back game for him tonight. The next nice play is Paul George. He's in the game with one of the highest point totals in the night. I don't really see anyone from the Pelicans who can guard him, and I think him and Westbrook are just going to absolutely dominate. And then my final pick is DeMarcus Cousins. And in my opinion, he's still pretty cheap considering the immense upside and raw talent of a player he is. Really, the only thing that can hurt him are his minutes and recently fouls. Fouls I'm not worried about. He'll figure that out as it goes. Minutes, though, we should be looking to see hopefully 28 minutes tonight. And again, just given the raw talent there, I think if I can get 28 solid minutes of DeMarcus Cousins, I'm for sure plugging him into my lineups. And then going for my cash lock tonight on DraftKings, that's going to be Julius Randle. I just like the bounce back narrative. Projections are all over him, and I think he gets it done against a weak defense in what should be a high-scoring affair. His team's going to need him tonight if they want to stay in this game. Moving over to FanDuel, for guards, I have Josh Okogie. He's just a low-price play. He can help you fit in some other guys. He's got a great matchup, and I don't see too many fantastic guard options on FanDuel without mentioning some guys I had mentioned over on DraftKings. Another nice FanDuel guard option is going to be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. KCP has the projections all over him. I love the guaranteed minutes he's going to get night in and night out, and I think he's a very cheap but reliable play tonight. Moving on, Devin Booker is my next guard. The ball runs through him in Phoenix, and although I think he's slightly underpriced, I also think the Suns, they're not going to be able to stay in this game unless he's a big part of it. And the Suns are, as bad as they are, they're looking to compete every night. So finally, moving into the forwards and centers, I've got Okafor at center again tonight. he's on a huge hot streak. He's still fairly cheap, and in what's likely going to be a very high-scoring affair, I think Okafor is a great value play. My next pick is going to be Draymond Green. He's very cheap as well, at least in my opinion, based on what his value should be. Projections are all over him, and he's against a weak defense. I think Green is going to go out, and he needs to prove that he's still deserving of the minutes. He hasn't played terribly great this year, and with Cousins returning, I think in his head he knows he needs to go out and prove that he's still the go-to guy on this stacked Warriors roster. And my final pick is going to be Miller for the Pelicans at the small forward spot. Miller he's guaranteed to get these minutes. There might only be 20 or so of them, but he's guaranteed to get those. He's also the minimum price. With the punt player strategy being so efficient, tonight just makes the perfect slate for him to be your punt play in a weak small forward position. And now going finally into the cash lock on FanDuel. Again, that cash lock is going to be Miller at the small forward position. He's really the most efficient strategy right now on FanDuel is really just to go punt a player who's close to minimum salary, and Miller can be that guy, but he also holds just such an immense upside value if he's given those minutes to produce that it's just too high of a value not to play. So thank you everyone for tuning into this video, and we'll be back again tomorrow with our next day of NBA picks.